Hello everyone, welcome to Swahili Kingdom. Welcome everyone to Swahili Kingdom. And today we are learning about the Swahili noun classes. As I said last time, we have 6 dominant noun classes and we have other 4 that are inside those Swahili noun classes. So today I'm going to have the 6 noun classes and then we go through the ones that are the 4 that are inside those noun classes. The 4 that are the main Swahili noun classes are vitenzi vikuu vya Kiswahili ni KI-VI, awa, ui, izi, lia na ui. Hivyo ndivyo vitenzi vikuu vya Kiswahili. Halafu kuna vitenzi vingine ambavyo vimo ndani ya vitenzi vikuu. Halafu kuna vitenzi vingine ambavyo vimo ndani ya vitenzi vikuu. And there are some other noun classes that are inside the main Swahili noun classes. Those that are inside the main Swahili noun classes are, we have ya. Ya is inside the Swahili noun classes. We have uya, uzi, and ii. So let's go through the main Swahili noun classes first. Acha tuanze na kitenzi cha KI-VI. By the way, I welcome so much Glib, Jaba, Dan. Welcome so much. Karibu, mmekaribishwa ninyi nyote. Volume is not good as Wednesday, but it's still better. Oh, sijui shida ni gani. Natumai saizi iko sawa. Natumai saizi iko sawa. Nimejaribu kuongeza hapa kwa batoni ya kwa batoni ya kitapakilishi changu. Sijui venye inaitwa kwa Kiswahili. Sijui ni kitapakilishi au kipakatilishi. Laptop. Nimejaribu kuongeza hapa, natumai sasa hivi iko sawa. Karibuni sana nyinyi nyote. Na vile nimesema, leo tunasoma vitenzi vya Kiswahili. Tunasoma vitenzi vikuu 6 na vitenzi ambavyo vimo ndani ya vitenzi vikuu 4. Sasa vitenzi vyote ni vitenzi 10. It's not louder for a second when you did something with the wire. It's quiet again. Samahani. Na sai mnanisikia vizuri? Can you hear me properly? Mnanisikia vizuri? Can you hear me properly? Sababu sijui shida inaweza kuwa nini. Ama nitengeneze hii mic. Niambieni tafadhali kama mnanisikia vizuri. Niambieni tafadhali, kwa sababu hili somo ni muhimu sana katika Kiswahili. Sasa ni vizuri kama unalijua vizuri, kwa sababu kama unalijua vizuri Kiswahili chako kitakuwa rahisi. Kiswahili chako kitarahisishwa kama unalijua somo hili vizuri. Sasa niambieni kama mnanisikiliza vizuri, ndo tuendelee na somo letu zuri. Nimeshatengeneza nakala yangu ya somo letu la leo na natumai litawafaidi. Najua litawafaidi. I know it will benefit you because I made my own copy of the Swahili. I found a book with the Swahili notes, and they had compressed they have they have compressed the Swahili noun classes. They have put the 6 major ones and the 4 that are inside the other 6. But they are in the 6, but they are again, I don't know. I will explain to you later, and natumai mtaelewa, tutaelewana. Tafadhalini niambieni kama mnanisikia vizuri. Niambieni kama mnanisikia vizuri. It got louder for a second and something. It's quiet again. Nini? Samahani. Samahani. Will I be having to do this every time that I have a live? What's wrong? Samahani. Sawa. Sawa, wacha tuendelee. Karibuni nyinyi nyote. So tutaanza na ngeli ya KI-VI. That's good now. Asante sana. Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much. And we will start with the KI-VI noun class. Tutaanza na ngeli ya KI-VI. So I have written little notes here on this software because it only allows 100 to 200 words per every banner you are writing. So I wrote some. Asante sana. I wrote some banners, but I wrote short notes. So in the process of the notes that I have written here on the software, I'm going to add some others in the comment section. Halafu nitaonyesha hapa kwenye kioo, na kama unaweza kuandika, tafadhali andika. Somo hili ni muhimu sana, na somo hili na kitu muhimu ni Kiswahili nguzo ya Kiswahili ni hizi noun classes. Hizi nomino ndio nguzo ya Kiswahili. Kama unajua hizi nomino zote, Kiswahili chako kimesharahisishwa. If you know all these noun classes, your Swahili will have been made easy for you. So let me not talk too much of things, and let's start. Acha nisiongee mambo mengi na tuanze. So the KI-VI noun class, it has nouns of non-living things. It has nouns which begin with ki in singular and vi in plural. Nouns that begin with ki in singular, most of the nouns that begin with ki in singular and vi in plural, just know they are in the KI-VI noun class. Just know they are in the KI-VI noun class, and most of them are foreign, are Arabic. Nouns that begin with ki singular and vi plural. Nomino ambazo zinaanza kwa ki na zinaanza kwa ki kwa umoja na vi katika wingi. Some beginning with cha singular and via plural. And these nouns will start and these nouns have the stems. The stems of their verb begins with a, e, o, or u. So when a noun starts with cha in singular or via in plural, the stem of that noun, the starting. Like for example, let's say, like which noun? When a noun starts with cha and ends with, like the word chumba. Yes, the word chumba. The word chumba is a room. It begins with cha. It begins with the cha, and then the first vowel is an u. The first vowel is an u. Irabu ya kwanza ni u. So a noun like that one, just know it is in a KI-VI noun class because its plural will be view. We'll start with the via. So it will be chumba, vyumba. Why? Because the first vowel has u. And any other noun that begins with cha and its first vowel starts with a, or a, o or u, just know that its plural will begin with vya. Iko katika ngeli ya KI-VI. Iko katika ngeli ya KI-VI. Let me see if there are some things to add. Yeah, like the one I have said, mfano ambao nimesema wa chumba vyumba. Chumba vyumba ni kama hii, inaanza na cha umoja, alafu kwa wingi inaanza pia na vya. Chumba vyumba. Alafu irabu ambayo irabu ya kwanza ni u. Irabu ya kwanza ni u. Na hizi irabu zingine pia isipokuwa ai peke yake ndo haiko, lakini hizi irabu zingine ukiona nomino ambayo inaanza na cha, alafu irabu inafuata ni a, e, o ama u, jua iko kwenye kitenzi cha KI-VI. And please tell me if I'm going fast to slow down. Niambieni kama naenda mbio ama kama naenda kwa mwendo wa mbio ama haraka haraka, niambieni nipunguze. Just tell me. So let's continue and add more information. So we have said hapa it has nouns ina nomino ambazo zinaanza kwa ki umoja, vi wingi. Na wingi wa nomino hizi ni majina ya lugha nyingine, majina ya kigeni. Kwa mfano, jina kiti. Kiti is not a Swahili. It is a Swahili word, but it is not a Bantu word. It is a foreign word. Mfano, kiti. Kiti, viti. Sasa huo ni mfano wa ngeli ya KI-VI. Kiti, viti. Inaanza na ki umoja na vi wingi. Na wingi wa maneno hayo hayako kwenye lugha ya Kibantu. Hayako kwenye lugha ya Kibantu. I hope you are getting it. And then wacha niwapatie mifano katika ngeli hii, kwa sababu baada ya somo hili nitawapatia zoezi. Baada ya somo hili nitawapatia zoezi. Sasa wacha niwapatie mifano. I will give you a quiz after this lesson, so let me give you examples of KI-VI Noun Class. Sasa nikikupatia nomino ya KI-VI utajua wingi wake ni upi. Now, if I give you the KI-VI Noun Class, if I give you a singular KI-VI Noun Class, you will know its plural. Right? Sindio? Ndio nisiandike maneno mengi, niandike tu neno moja, alafu wewe utajua wingi wake. So that I will not write so much words, because here I can see the limit is 200 words per text. So that I will not write so many words, I just write one word and you will know the plural. Kama haujui wingi wake, andika tu hapa, alafu tutakusaidia. If you don't know the plural of a word, just write here, just comment and we are going to help you. So, is that okay? Hivyo ni vizuri? Please comment there and tell me if the suggestion is okay. Because this chart has 200, you have to write 200 letters. Haufai kupitisha, haufai kuongeza. Okay. I hope kila mtu ako sawa. Natumai kila mtu ako sawa. I hope everyone is okay and not only Daniel. Natumai kila mtu ako sawa na si Danieli peke yake. Sawa, acha niandike. Christian Lopez, karibu. Acha niandike. Tuna kichwa, kioo, kifua, kikombe, kiti, kisima, kidole, kijiko, na nilikuwa nimeahidi, I had promised, kila nomino itakuwa na mifano 20. Every noun class will have 20 examples. So wacha nijaribu kuandika vile nitakavyoweza, kwa sababu siandiki wingi, naandika umoja peke yake. Wacha nijaribu kuandika nyingi nitakayoweza. Because I'm only writing the singular, let me write as much as I can. Kijiko, kitambaa, chakula, kitambaa, chakula. Na kama mtu ana swala lolote ambalo anataka kuongezea, anaweza sema. If anyone has any issue they want to add, or they want to tell me to add in this lesson, you can tell me. You can just comment. Kijiko, kikapu, kikombe, kitanda, kikapu, kitanda, kichungu, tuna chungu, cheti. Mnajua cheti ni nini? Halafu kama mtu hatakuwa anajua maana ya neno fulani, tafadhali uliza. If anyone will not be knowing the meaning of a certain word, please ask. Kama mtu hatakuwa anajua maana ya neno fulani, tafadhali uliza. Nimewaambia kwa nini nataka kuandika kwa umoja peke yake na neno moja. I have told you why I want to write only one word in the singular, kwa sababu hii nafasi haitatosha. Inahitaji maneno 200 peke yake. Hufai kupitisha maneno 200. Na nahitaji kuandika nomino nyingi ziwezekanavyo ili uwe na mifano mingi. And this typing requires only 400 words, 400 letters. You cannot exceed 400 letters, and I want to write as many examples as possible so that you will have the many more examples. Cheo, kiwanja, kidole, kidonda, kitoto, kifagio. Yamefika maneno mangapi sijui. Let me write until they tell me to stop. Wacha niandike mpaka watakapo niambia niwache. Let me get the opportunity. Wacha nichukue fursa hiyo. Kiatu, kiazi, kisiwa, kiwanja. Bado hawajaniambia. Acha niendelee kuandika. Karibuni sana wageni wetu. Saizi tunaandika mifano ya nomino. Kama una mahali pa kuandika, unaweza andika. Welcome so much our visitors. Right now we are writing the examples of nouns in the KI-VI Noun Class. If you can write them, please write. Ndio hiyo mifano ya ya nomino ya ngeli ya KI-VI, mifano ya nomino ya ngeli ya KI-VI, examples of nouns in the KI-VI Noun Class. Na kama hauelewi jambo lolote, kama hauelewi nomino yoyote, if you don't understand any noun from there, tafadhali uliza, please ask. Usitoke hapa kama haujui maana. Don't get out of here if you don't know the meaning. Usipoteze muda wako. Don't waste your time. Make sure you know the meaning before you go. Kama haujui maana, tafadhali uliza. Or if you don't know its plural, kama haujui wingi wake, tafadhali uliza. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. Hiyo mifano imepita 20. Andikeni tafadhali, unaweza kuitumia baadaye. Please write, you can use them later. If you don't know the meaning, please ask. Don't shy away from asking. Kama haujui maana, tafadhali uliza. Usiaibike kwa kuuliza. Uliza, utajibiwa. Ask, you will be answered. We are here to learn. Tuko hapa kusoma. Tunatarajia tutapata maneno mapya. We are expecting we will get new things. Baada ya somo hili, after this lesson. Usiende kama haujui maana ya kitu. Usiende kama haujui maana ya kitu. Even though after here I'm going to put timestamps on this video. Usiende kama haujui maana ya kitu. Uliza saa hizi, tukujibu. Just ask right now, we answer you. Your fellow students can also answer you. Wanafunzi wenzako wanaweza kujibu pia ukiuliza. Hatujui kila kitu. We don't know everything. Kila mtu anajua jambo moja kuliko mwingine. Everybody knows something more than another one. So we always need to help each other. Tunahitaji kusaidiana. Tunahitaji kusaidiana. Kama mmemaliza kuandika hii mifano, tafadhali niambieni. If you have finished writing these examples, please just tell me. I continue with the next noun class, which is UI. And if kama haujaelewa, tafadhali zungumza. If you have not understood, please speak up. Zungumza tafadhali. Tutairudia, we will repeat it. Tutairudia kwa ajili yako. We'll repeat it because of you. Don't go without knowing what you are being taught in here. Usiende bila kujua nini umefunzwa humu ndani. Usiende bila kujua nini umefunzwa humu ndani. Kwa sababu nimesema, kama nilivyosema tukianza, as I said when we started, nomino asante dan, as I said when we started, vile nimesema tukianza, nomino inachukua nafasi kubwa katika Kiswahili. Noun classes takes si nomino. Noun classes takes a big part in the Kiswahili. So if you know noun classes, you are good to go. Even though the other things there will be a little other things that will not require you to get the noun classes, lakini Kiswahili kingi kinahitaji hizi nomino. Ukuwa unajua haya makundi ya nomino. Sijui maana ya kifua, chungu, kitoto. Kifua, acha niandike. Kifua is the chest, pecho. Oh, sorry. Jina lako linakaa la mtu Mhispania. Samahani sana. Kifua, chest, Kifua ni chest. Chest. Kifua ni chest. Chungu ni pot. Kama nomino. Chungu kama nomino ni pot. Lakini kama si nomino ina maana nyingine pia. Ina maana ya kitu kuwa kikali or kitu kuwa sawa, being sawa, taste of food, chungu. Lakini chungu kama nomino inamaanisha pot. Pot, chungu cha kupikia, a pot for cooking. Chungu, pot. Alafu nini nyingine? Kitoto. Kitoto is a diminutive. Kitoto is a diminutive. Udogo. Udogo. It is a diminutive from the word mtoto, a child. So kitoto is a small child. Kitoto is a small child. Kitoto is also a noun. Kitoto is also a noun, but yes, it is also a noun in this class, and it is also a noun in another class, which means behaving like a child, being childish. For example, mchezo wa kitoto. Mchezo wa kitoto, a childish game. A childish game. But as here in the KI-VI Noun Class, it means it is a diminutive, a small child. A small child. Small kid. Then we have, asante sana Christian kama umeelewa. Kifagio. Kifagio is a broom. A broom. Kifagio is a broom. Kifagio, broom. The broom that you use to sweep with. Kifagio, broom. And then choo. Choo is a latrine. A latrine that has what is it called? A hole. Not these other fancy toilets. It is a latrine that has a hole, but you can call any toilet choo. Okay? But that one is the main one that is known. But you can call any toilet choo. But we call a latrine choo, and then we call the toilet that has a seat, we call it choo cha kukalia. Choo cha kukalia. A toilet for sitting on. A toilet for sitting on. Choo cha kukalia. But when you just say choo right now, anyone can understand you. Kwa sababu siku hizi watu wamerevuka kuhusu teknolojia. Nowadays people have advanced. Umeelewa tu vyote ulivyo elekea kwa sasa. Asante. Karibu sana. Aya, bado hatujamaliza. Kuna kitambaa. Kitambaa is a piece of cloth. Kitambaa is a piece of cloth. For example, the one that you use to wipe with on the table, chenye unatumia kupanguzia meza, hicho ni kitambaa. That is a cloth, a piece of cloth, not a big cloth, a small piece of cloth. Hicho ni kitambaa. Alafu nini nyingine? Umesema cheo. Cheo ni mahali mtu ni kama tuseme mfano. Let's say for example, someone is working, mtu anafanya kazi. I don't know how the ranks for work are, but let me use, for example, there is a HR person and an administrator. I don't know which is higher. Let's put the HR higher than let's put the administrator higher than the HR. So when someone say nimepandishwa cheo, cheo is like a rank. Nimepandishwa cheo, my rank is up. I have been ranked, like from the HR to the administration. From the, let me look, cheo, yeah, it's a rank. Cheo, it's a rank. Cheo is a rank. I hope mmeelewa venye nimejaribu kuwaelezea. Mfano utolewe kutoka HR, yeah, exactly, promoted. Umeelewa sasa? Promoted. Kidonda is a sore. Kidonda, somewhere where you have, where you have cut yourself, then a sore will develop. Mahali umejikata, alafu kidonda kitajitokeza. Karibu sana Christian Lopez, karibu sana. Ndo hiyo maana hivyo vitu vyote. That's the meaning of the whole things that you have written. Unaweza andika. Kama kuna mtu mwingine hajaelewa, tafadhali andika hapo chini kabla hatujaenda kwa ngeli ya pili. If there is someone else who has not understood, please comment down there before we go to the next noun class. Kabla hatujaenda kwa ngeli inayofuata, before we go to the next noun class. Na kama umeelewa ni vizuri, hivyo ni vizuri. Sasa natumai saa hii, now I hope right now unaweza kueleza kuhusu ngeli ya KI-VI. You can explain things about KI-VI. Karibu Christian Lopez. Unaweza kueleza kuhusu ngeli ya KI-VI. You will have no problem with the KI-VI noun class. Natumai, I hope. So, can we move to the next one? Tunaweza kusongea mbele. Can we move forward to the next one, which is UI? Nimefurahi sana Christian Lopez amesema ameelewa. Daniel amesema hana shida na KI-VI. Alafu kama kuna mtu mwingine anaweza kutuambia, tuambieni kabla tuende kwa ngeli itakayofuata. Acha tungoje kidogo alafu tuendelee. Asanteni sana kwa kujiunga hapa. Thank you so much for joining here. Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Shall we continue or not? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Natumai mmeandika mifano. I hope you have written the examples. Natumai mmeandika mifano. I hope you have written the examples. So tumemalizana na ngeli ya KI-VI. We have finished the KI-VI noun class. Acha tusonge kwa ngeli ya UI. Ngeli ya UI. Ngeli ya UI, the UI noun class, sometimes it is called the me noun class. Why? Nitawaelezea katika ndani ya somo hili kwa nini mara nyingine inaitwa mi na saa zingine inaitwa UI. Nitawaelezea. So wacha tusome maana yake. Let's read its meaning. UI has plants. Let's read its characteristics. UI has plants and trees. UI has plants and trees, and noun beginning with mu or moi, except living things. Living things are only in the moi or our noun class. Only that class alone. UI has plants and trees and nouns beginning with mu, and mwa. I'm saying except because there are many nouns beginning with mwa which are in the I-ZI noun class because they are living things. For example, kwa mfano, the noun mwalimu, mwalimu, a teacher, mwalimu, it is in the I-ZI noun class, but it begins with mwa. It begins with mwa. So it cannot be in this noun class. An example. Okay, let's see what. Tuendelee. Napaswa kuondoka sasa karibuni. Sawa sawa Lopez. Another noun class that begins with mwa, but it is in this noun class. We have mwavuli. Mwavuli, an umbrella. Mwavuli, an umbrella. Its plural is myavuli. Myavuli. So you see, it begins with mwa and plural mwa, mwa, and which differentiates it from mwalimu. Mwalimu begins with mwa, but it is an I-ZI noun class. So let's continue. Natumai mmeelewa. I hope you have understood that. I hope I have clarified something. So, and nouns beginning with mu, mu, and mwa. In singular, this S means in singular, kwa umoja. Uses mu or mwa in singular and me in plural. Me in plural. Uses mu and mwa in singular and me in plural. And these prefixes are used in the, the N, the capital N stands for noun. If you can write somewhere so that you won't forget. I have written it in initials because they only need 200 characters. And when I wrote like noun, adjective, numbers, they couldn't fit, so I had to write in characters. So samahanini kwa hilo jambo. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. So please write N. The capital N means it's a noun. This one is an adjective. This one is a number, another N, number. And there is some other place where I have an S instead of a sentence because the words were not, they were more than. So they told me to reduce the words. So I wrote just an S for sentence. Noun, this one is for noun, adjective, number, and sentence. So these prefixes, the mu and mwa singular and me plural, are used for nouns, are prefixes used for nouns, adjectives, and numbers. For example, like we've said the word mwavuli, the plural will be myavuli, myavuli. And when you, let's say we add an adjective like ndogo. Let's add an adjective like dogo, not ndogo. Ndogo has a prefix already. So let's add the adjective dogo, the root word, which is dogo. So it needs a prefix for it to be complete. Mwavuli dash dogo. It will be mwavuli 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 mdogo, mwavuli mdogo. Remember, it uses mu and mwa. It uses mu and mwa for singular. So, and I've said for nouns, adjectives, and numbers. Nouns, adjectives, and numbers. So it will be mwavuli mdogo, and the plural will be myavuli midogo. So it has and me. And me. Mwavuli mdogo, myavuli midogo. For numbers, kwa nambari Let's use mbili, two, mbili, two. So we will say for one, when we say one umbrella, we will say mwavuli mmoja. Mwavuli mmoja. We will add m in the root word moja. Moja is one. But when you want to say one umbrella, you have to add a prefix on it. So it will be mwavuli mmoja. And plural, let's say plural, two umbrellas. Miavuli miwili. Miavuli miwili. So you will add mi from tuwili. You will add mi tuwili. Miavuli miwili. So I have said inatumia hizo mu and mwa, singular for adjective, nouns and numbers, and then me for plural. So when you see a plant, a noun that is a plant, or a tree beginning with, or any other noun that begins with mu and mwa, and which when you form a plural, it has a plural starts with me. As long as it is not a living thing, just know it is in this noun class. It is in the U-I noun class. As long as it is not a living thing, it is in this noun class. Plants, trees, and any other noun that begins with mu and mwa, singular. And we have me, or we have me for plural. When you see those nouns, just know they are in the U-I noun class, and know the prefixes to use for them. So is that clear? Shall I write the examples for this noun class, or shall I clarify further? Niendelee kuelezea ama naweza kuiandika mifano? Shall I explain further, or shall I write the examples? Niambieni tafadhali. Niambieni kama mmeelewa, niandike mifano, ama kama hamjaelewa. Asante sana. Asante sana. Dan amesema it's clear. Asante sana. Christian Lopez, umeelewa? Natumai umeelewa. I hope you have understood the U-I noun class. U-I noun class. Acha niandike mifano. Let me write the examples. In the U-I noun class, I have not added some things that I wrote here to note. Something that we should note is that this noun class, it has trees and plants, but the fruits of those trees and plants are not included here. Matunda ya hiyo mimea na miti. Asante sana Christian Lopez. Matunda na mimea ya hiyo miti haipo hapa. Haipo hapa. Matunda ya hiyo mimea na miti haipo hapa. Okay, welcome Daniel. Welcome Kaita Moses. You will be a spectator. Okay, welcome. As long as you are going to learn something, hakuna shida, hakuna matata. There is no problem. Okay, so mmelewa nilichosema. Nimesema nomino hii ina mimea na miti, lakini matunda ya hiyo mimea na miti haipo. This noun class has trees and plants, but the trees and the fruits of those trees and plants are not included here. There is another noun class for that. That is what I needed to clarify. I had written here, note, clarify. So I hope mmeelewa. Acha niandike mifano. Tuna mchungwa, an orange tree. Na kama hautaelewa kitu chochote kwenye mifano, tafadhali uliza. If you won't understand anything in the examples, please ask. Or GIMA class. Okay, let's go to GIMA class after this one, because the next one I had written our, but let's go to GIMA class after this one. I have it right here. Mchungwa. Mchungwa is an orange tree. Mwembe, mhindi, mchungwa, mnazi. Mnazi is a palm tree. Mtende is a date tree. I hope you know dates, because I didn't know date before. Natumai mnajua tende, kwa sababu mi sikuwa najua tende zamani. I used to know them as tende, but I didn't know their English translation. Nilikuwa nikizijua kama tende, lakini sikujua zinaitwaje kwa Kiingereza. Kwa natumai mnajua tende. Tende ni dates. Na mtende ni mti wa dates. Mti wa dates. Kwa nimesema ukiona nomino yoyote inaanza na umoja, mu au mwa, jua iko katika ngeli hii. If you see any noun which starts with mu or mwa, just know it is in this noun class. As long as it is not a living thing. Living things are excluded for the our noun class alone. Our noun class alone. Usichanganye vitu ambavyo vina uhai na vitu ambavyo havina uhai. Don't mix living things with things that don't have life. Kia, mlima, mswaki, mlima, mswaki. Natumai mnaelewa. I hope you are understanding. Mtama, millet. Mtama, millet. Mchele, rice that has not been cooked yet. Mpunga. Mpunga is also here. Rice that is in the farm, still in the field. Acha niwapatie hiyo mifano kwa sasa. Hiyo ni mifano ya ngeli ya ui. Mifano ya ngeli ya ui. Halafu uniambie kitu chochote ambacho hauelewi hapo. And please tell me anything that you don't understand there. If you don't understand its plural, kama huelewi wingi wake, ama kama haujui maana yake, niambie, tutakusaidia. Then our fellow member here, mwenzetu hapa, Christian Lopez, amesema tuangalie ngeli ya jima. Our fellow member here, Christian Lopez, has said we look at the jima noun class. So we are going to look at it right after this one. Andikeni mifano. Napeana mifano kwa sababu baada ya somo hili tutakuwa na zoezi au maswali. I'm giving examples because after this lesson we will have a quiz. And I hope we will all participate so that we can correct each other. Na natumai sisi sote au sisi wote tutakuwa ili tuweze kukosoleana. Tuweze kukosoleana. Mmemaliza kuandika mifano? Have you finished writing the examples? Any question? Swali lolote? Kuna swali lolote? Is there any question? Kama kuna swali lolote, tafadhali uliza. If there is any question, please ask. Usitoke hapa kama haujui maana ya kitu chochote. Don't leave here if you don't know the meaning of some words and you have been here. Usidhubutu, don't you dare. Usitoke kama haujui, tafadhali uliza. Usidhubutu kutoka. Don't you dare leave bila kujua maana, without knowing the meaning. Hakikisha unajua kila kitu. Make sure you know everything. Hakikisha unajua kila kitu ambacho tunakisema au tutakisema hapa. Make sure you know everything that we are saying or we will say here. Okay. Wacha tuende kwa mmeelewa hiyo ngeli. Have you understood that noun class? Or did you understand that noun class? Tafadhali niambieni tuendelee na ngeli ya lia. Please tell me so that we can continue with the lia noun class. Kama hakuna mtu anayejibu, if there is no one who is answering, pengine mmeelewa. Maybe you have understood and I appreciate. Maybe you have understood, pengine mmeelewa. Asanteni sana kwa hilo. Kama mmeelewa. Kama mmeelewa, asanteni sana. Sasa kwa ajili ya mwenzetu hapa Christian Lopez, because of our fellow member Christian Lopez, wacha tufanye ngeli ya lia. Let's do the lia noun class. So the lia noun class is comprised of nouns that start with a ma in plural, that starts with a ma in plural, a ma infix in plural, and any vowel in singular. So these nouns in this noun class, they don't have a specific vowel in the singular, but in the plural it always has to be ma. It always has to be ma. For example, the word jino. Kwa mfano, neno jino. Jino is a tooth. It starts with a J. Jino, a tooth. But we have said, lakini tumesema si na katika umoja herufi hazijulikani. In singular the vowels or the consonants are not known. The first letter is not known. Ndio, nimekuelewa kabisa. Asante sana kwa kunielewa, kwa kuelewa. So the example we are using, mfano ambao tunatumia ni jino, a tooth. Kwa wingi, in plural, meno, teeth. So you see, the singular, the first vowel of the singular is not, it can be any vowel. Not any vowel, any consonant. It can be any consonant. The first letter is not known. So here we have jino. Another example is the word rinda, address. The first letter is R, yet it is in the lia noun class, which is jima, lia or jima. It starts with R, but its plural has ma. Rinda, marinda. Jino, majino. So the singular of the word, the first letter is not known, which letter is supposed to be. Any letter can do, as long as the plural has to have ma. Rinda, marinda. Dress, dresses. Jino, meno. Jino, that is a bit irregular. Jino, meno. It is an irregular of a lia verb. So make sure you write it. Hakikisha unaiandika. Hakikisha unaiandika. Jino, meno. Lia. Rinda, marinda. As long as it has ma in the plural, it is from the lia. As long as it has ma in the plural and the singular is just any verb, and you see it not any verb, sorry. The singular is just any letter, and it is not mentioned among the other noun classes. That, for example, for the UI, that it has to start with M, and the plural has to be me, something like that. But this one, it is different. The singular it can have any vowel, not any vowel, any letter, but the plural must, lazima iwe na ma, lazima ianze na ma. It must start with ma. So it uses this ma in plural and any other vowel in singular for adjectives. Example for an adjective, you have zuri dogo refu. Zuri is nice, zuri, which needs a prefix. Dogo is small, which needs a prefix, and refu is long, which needs a prefix. So when you use those adjectives, the plural should always have ma. Marinda, mazuri. Marinda, marefu. Marinda, mazuri. Nice dresses. Marinda, marefu. Long dresses. Marinda, madogo. Small dresses. Okay? The plural should always have ma. For adjectives, nouns, and numbers. Marinda, mawili. Marinda, mawili. 2 dresses. So you see, it and in the singular, the adjective, like I have said, the noun can have any letter at first. In the first, the noun can have any letter, so we don't know the exact letter. But when you come to adjective and numbers, the adjectives don't have any prefix or the number. For instance, we are talking about rinda. For instance, let's use zuri. We will say rinda zuri. Rinda zuri. We will not prefix anything. Rinda zuri. Lakini ukiweka kwenye wingi, but when you put it in plural, it will be marinda mazuri. Rinda zuri. Marinda mazuri. A mistake that many people do is that they prefix the adjective or the number with li. Like some people will say rinda lizuri. Rinda lizuri. That is wrong. Lia does not have prefixes for adjectives, numbers. For nouns, it uses any letter, the first letter. It is not like those other noun classes that we have said. The first letter should be the first letter should be whatever. This one uses any letter for nouns. But for adjectives and numbers, it does not prefix anything. Rinda dogo. Rinda dogo. Marinda madogo. Rinda dogo, a small dress. Rinda dogo, a small dress. Marinda madogo, small dresses. Natumai mmeelewa. I hope you have understood. If not, kama hamjaelewa, tafadhali ulizeni. Please ask. And I have said adjectives and noun take no prefix in singular unless they begin with a vowel, and it is very rare to get an adjective that begins with a vowel. I can't think of an adjective that begins with a vowel. If you think of any adjective in Swahili that begins with a vowel, please comment it down there so that we can use it. We can use it for this explanation that we have been given here. Take no prefixes in singular. Rinda zuri. Rinda zuri. Don't add li like most of the people do. It is not correct. Don't add any prefix. And take ma prefix for the plural. Ma prefix for only the plural. So sometimes this noun class, saa zingine ngeli hii huitwa, sometimes this noun class is called the ma noun class. The ma noun class. Why? Kwa nini? Because it only uses ma. It only uses ma. The singular does not use any prefix. The plural is the only one that must. Lazima iwe na ma. It must have ma. But the singular does not use any prefix. That's why sometimes it is called a ma noun class. Unaweza kuiandika kama ma. Unaweza kuiandika kama ngeli ya ma, ndio usisahau. You can write it as ngeli ya ma so that you will not forget. Please write it. You will not forget. Ngeli ya ma, because it does not use prefixes. For adjectives, nouns, and I said nouns have any letter. They can start with any letter. But for adjectives and numbers, they don't use any prefixes for the singular, unless it is the plural where they use ma. Okay, and sentences, the sentence prefix, when you write a sentence of a liya noun, it should start with li in singular and ya in plural. For example, Rinda limeraruka. Let me write the example. Let's see what Dan has told us. I was making a small mistake with this noun class. I thought if there is no prefix on the noun, you use n as the prefix for the adjective. Somebody in our WhatsApp group has fixed my mistake. Okay, that's good. They have fixed your mistake. I hope you won't, I know you won't repeat that mistake again. Najua hautarudia kosa hilo tena. Like the word kosa is in the liya noun class. Kosa is in the liya noun class. Kosa, makosa. A mistake, mistakes. A mistake, mistakes. So we were making a sentence example where I said sentences begin with, they have a prefix. When you use a liya noun for sentences, the singular of the sentence should have li, and the plural should have ya. What do I mean? For example, the word rinda. Let's make a sentence with the word rinda. Rinda is a dress and it is in the liya noun class. Hello Kamran Hassan, welcome so much. Habari Kamran Hassan, karibu. Alafu Lopez anatuambia mifano ya adjectives kinaanzwa kwa hirabu embamba. Embamba, aminifu, good. Wacha tutengeneze sentensi na hii mifano ambayo Christian ametupatia. Wamesema katika ngeli hii in singular adjectives and numbers take no prefixes in singular unless they begin with a vowel. Unless they begin with a vowel. So when they begin with a vowel, which prefix do they take? Let's see. Where is the comment? For example, the word embamba. aminifu, let's use the word embamba, and let's use the word embamba and gari. Do you know what is gari? Gari is also in this noun class. Gari is a liya noun class. Gari is a vehicle. Gari is a vehicle. It belongs to this noun class. So let's say nyembamba is something thin, right? Nyembamba is some. Yes, Rebecca, welcome so much. We have been waiting for you. We are doing these noun classes because of your suggestion. Tunafanya ngeli hizi kwa sababu ya pendekezo lako. Karibu sana. Tunatumai utasoma vitu vingi. Welcome so much. We hope you will learn a lot. Wacha tuendelee. Let's continue. Embamba means something thin, right? Embamba means something thin. Let's use the word gari. Wacha tutumie jina gari. Gari is a vehicle. So let's say this vehicle is thin. Let's not use this. Let's remove this because it will be another load. We have already done the demonstratives in Swahili. We have a live for demonstratives. We have had a live for demonstratives. So let's say a thin car. A thin car, not a thin, yeah, something like that. A thin car. We will say gari jembamba. Gari jembamba. Okay? You won't say gari lembamba. So utatumia ja. Utatumia ja. Unaelewa? Kiswahili with Abdul Karim. Asante sana kwa kukuja hapa. Asante sana na karibu. Thank you so much for coming here and welcome. So you will use J. Asante sana Rebecca. You will use J. Christian Lopez, natumai unafuatilia. Christian Lopez, I hope you are following. I hope you are following. We will say gari jembamba. Gari jembamba and not gari lembamba. You use J. J. Okay? We will use J for adjectives or numbers that start with vowels. Adjectives or numbers that start with vowel. Natumai mnanielewa. I hope you are understanding me. I hope you are understanding me. Natumai mnanielewa. Gari jembamba, a thin car. Another one we can use is the color. He has introduced a color. We have not talked about colors here, but let's just use the color. Ekundu. Ekundu is a root for red. So we will say gari jekundu. Gari jekundu. So remember, any adjective or number that begins with a vowel in the G mark class, add J. Add J in the singular. Add J in the singular. And what do we add in the plural? Gari jembamba. Magari membamba. Magari membamba. So that is a bit of an irregular thing. So you will add J. Yes, gari jekundu. Correct. Gari jekundu. And plural, magari mekundu. Magari mekundu. You can't say magari makundu. That is wrong. You can't say magari makundu. So please note, if an adjective or a number begins with a vowel, you add J for singular, and for plural you add me and not ma. Example, gari jembamba. Gari jembamba. Plural, magari membamba. Magari membamba. And not, yes, magari mekundu. Not magari makundu. Please note that one. Please note. Thank you so much Christian Lopez for providing us with the examples. Asante sana Christian Lopez kwa kutupa mifano. Asante sana kwa kutupa mifano. Acha tuendelee. Tulikuwa tunaelezea kuhusu hii ngeli ya lia ama jima. Na nimesema unaweza ita ngeli ya ma, and I have said you can call it the noun class for the ma noun class. Why? Kwa nini? Kwa sababu you only use prefixes in the plural, and the prefix you use is ma. The prefix used is ma. The singular has no prefix. The singular has no prefix. That's why you can call it ma. And we have talked about which prefix to add in the singular and plural if the adjective or the number begins with a vowel. If the adjective or the number begins with a vowel. Please note those things, because noun classes needs to be taken with caution, because they are very delicate. When you miss a point, you might say this noun is from another noun class, and yet it is not from there. It is from the one that you are thinking about. Okay? Sawa sawa. Tafadhali andikeni na muulize maswali yoyote mlionayo. Please write and ask any questions that you have. Acha tuendelee. Let's continue. So the next thing, kitu kinachofuata, I will write the examples for the lia noun class. Nitaandika mifano ya ngeli ya lia. Kitu kinachofuata, nitaandika mifano ya ngeli ya lia. The next thing, I will write examples for the lia noun class. Kama una swali lolote, tafadhali uliza saa hii. If you have any question, please ask right now. Mwenzetu anafaa kuondoka sasa hivi. Our fellow member, Christian Lopez, needs to go right now. Kwaheri. Yes, this section will be available later, and I will put timestamps for you to get to what you want to see easily, or what you want to understand. Like for the nouns for jima explanation, then KI-VI hour, I will put the timestamps, so unaweza kuangalia ukirejea or ukirudi. Unaweza kuangalia ukirejea. Unaweza kuangalia ukirudi. You can check them up when you come back. Usijali, safari njema popote unapoenda. Journey masses to wherever you are going. Kwaheri. Goodbye. Asante sana kwa kujiunga. Thank you so much for joining. Tuonane tena Jumatatu. Let's see each other on Monday. And an addition, by the way, tomorrow I'm uploading a video on saying on kutakiwa and kupaswa. By the way, very good. Unatumia jina kupaswa. Kutakiwa or kupaswa, to be obliged to. To be obliged to. Unatakiwa kufanya kitu, you are obliged to do something. You will see more about that tomorrow, so let's continue. Utaona mengi kuhusu hayo kesho. Sasa wacha tuendelee. Lia, so I was to write the examples of the lia noun class. Nilikuwa niandike mifano ya ngeli ya lia. Wacha niandike. We have tumbo, rinda. Na kama haujui maana ya neno lolote, tafadhali uliza. If you don't know, sawa, karibu sana Christian Lopez. If you don't know the meaning of any word, of any noun, please ask. Na pia kama haujui wingi wa neno lolote, pia uliza. If you don't know the plural of any word, please ask. nanasi, jicho, chungwa, embe, dafu. Jicho, chungwa, embe, dafu. Jua, giza, shoka. Jua, giza, shoka. Ganda, gunia, shimo. Ganda, gunia, shimo. Duka, kanisa, swali, jibu. Duka, kanisa, swali, jibu. Ndo hiyo mifano ya ngeli ya lia. Tafadhali andikeni. Those are the examples for the lia noun class. Please write. Kama haujui maana ya nomino yoyote hapo, tafadhali uliza. If you don't know the meaning of any noun there, please ask. Or if you don't know the plural, ama kama haujui wingi wake, tafadhali uliza. Please ask. Usiondoke, usidhubutu kuondoka kama haujui maana yake. Don't dare leave if you don't know the meaning of the word. Please ask. Tafadhali uliza. Meaning and the plural. Maana na wingi. Na kama haujaelewa nomino hii, tafadhali pia uliza. If you have kama haujaelewa ngeli hii, si nomino. Kama haujaelewa ngeli hii, tafadhali uliza. If you have not understood this noun class, please tell us. Ask. You will be answered. Because why is the need of joining a live if you won't ask questions on one-on-one to be answered? Kuna maana gani ya kujiunga kwa live kama hautauliza kitu ujibiwe saa hiyo? Kuna maana gani kujiunga kwa live kama hautauliza swali ujibiwe saa hiyo? Uliza kama una swali lolote, tafadhali. Ask if you have any question, please. Ask if you have any question, please. Uliza kama una swali lolote. If there is no question, kama hakuna swali, nitaendelea. If there is no question, I will continue. I will proceed with the our noun class. Our noun class. Mmemaliza kuandika mifano? Have you finished writing the examples? Or should I bring them back? Kama una swali lolote, tafadhali uliza. If you have any question, please ask. Usidhubutu kuondoka kama haujauliza. Don't dare leave if you haven't asked. Jicho, jua, jibu, all use G as the adjective prefix, even though jua begins with Ju, not G. Yeah, they both use G, but the important thing you should note here, kitu cha muhimu ambacho inafaa ukijue hapa ni this noun class, these nouns can begin with any vowel. Just know it that way so that you won't get confused. And most of the nouns, by the way, that begins with a J are in the lia noun class. But just note, these nouns begin with any letter as long as the plural has ma. As long as the plural has ma, it begins with any letter. That is the easiest way for you to get it. Hiyo ndio njia rahisi kwako kuelewa. Hiyo ndio njia rahisi kwako kuelewa. Very simple, a very simple way for you to understand. jua. Natumai Dan, natumai unajua maana ya mifano yote niliyopatiana. I hope you know the meaning of all the nouns or of all the examples I have given. No, it's not jua jidogo. Remember, kumbuka, tumesema, we have said this in this noun class, the adjectives and the numbers don't have prefixes. They don't have prefixes in the singular. They don't have, unless the adjective or the number begins with a vowel. Unless the adjective or the number begins with a vowel. So how will it be? Jua dogo. They don't have prefixes. Only if the adjective or the number begins with a vowel. And if it begins with a vowel, add J, prefix it with J in the singular. And in the plural, prefix it with me. Okay? Prefix it with me. But it can't, like right here, it can't be jua jidogo. No. No, dogo begins with a consonant. Jua dogo. Jua dogo. If it could have been embamba, we would have said jua jembamba. Jua jembamba. Can you see it? When an adjective or a number begins with a vowel, add prefix J in the singular and me in the plural. If they start with a consonant, don't prefix anything in the singular. Yes, don't prefix anything in the singular as long as it starts with a consonant. As long as it is not a vowel, don't prefix anything. But in the plural, prefix ma. No prefix in the singular even if the noun begins with J. So you will say, no, jino kubwa. Jino kubwa. Okay, thank you for, if you are understanding, thank you. Jino kubwa, not jino kubwa. And when you use the when you use an adjective that begins with a vowel, you'll say, for example, we have used embamba, which means thin. It will be jino jembamba. Jino jembamba. You only prefix J when it starts with a vowel. When the adjective starts with a vowel. Adjective or a number. If not, don't prefix anything in the singular. Just prefix ma in the plural. Just prefix ma in the plural. Natumai mnaelewa. I hope you are understanding. Natumai mnaelewa. I hope you are understanding. If you have questions, please ask. Kama mna maswali, tafadhalini ulizeni. Kama mna maswali, tafadhalini ulizeni. Kama mmeelewa, nitaendelea. If you have understood, I will continue. Kama una swali, uliza. Na kama mmeelewa, nitaendelea. Nitaendelea na ngeli ya a, wa. Or it is sometimes called mwa. It is sometimes called mwa. I will explain the lesson as we continue. I will explain why as we continue. So what is an hour noun class? Ngeli ya hour ni nini? An hour noun class constitutes of all living things. Any living thing is in the hour noun class. A fish, an animal, a person, any living thing that is in this world, it is in the hour noun class. I want to say something before we forget. It's something about Mungu and Mtume. They are the two irregular nouns in the mwa noun class, or the our noun class. They are the two irregular in the our noun class, because let's go through it first. Mwa or our uses for singular, and remember the easiest way to remember the our noun class, njia rahisi ya kukumbuka ya our ni it is for living things alone, ni ya vitu vyenye uhai peke yake, living things alone. And with they begin with or moi in singular and wa in plural. Or moi in singular and wa in plural. For nouns, adjectives and numbers, their prefixes begin with in singular and moi in plural. No, sorry. The adjectives begin with or moi in singular and wa in plural. The adjectives begin with, for adjectives, nouns and numbers, begin with in singular, or moi, and wa for plural. Use a for singular and wa for plural in sentences. Use a for singular and wa for plural in sentences. Let's first of all make an example in the wa. An example, we have the word mtoto, a child. Mtoto, a child. Mtoto begins with and it is a living thing. A child is a living thing. They have breath. It is a living thing. So it is in the a, wa, or wa noun class. So it begins with mtoto, then the plural will be watoto. What about when you have when we add an adjective? We've said for adjectives, nouns and numbers, you add in the singular or moi in the singular and wa for plural. Wa for plural. Let's say a small child. The root for small in Swahili is dogo. Dogo. What if when you want to say a small child, you will say mtoto mdogo. You will add a because we have said you add or moi. Or moi singular and then wa plural. So it will be mtoto mdogo. Then the plural will be watoto wadogo. Watoto wadogo. Let's use numbers. Mtoto mmoja, one kid. Mtoto mmoja. Mmoja. An M has been added to moja. Mtoto mmoja. Plural, watoto watatu. 3 kids. Watoto watatu. Wa has been added to the tatu. Tatu is 3. But when you use tatu, watatu, you are prefixing it with the our noun class. Our noun class. Watoto watatu. Mmelewa hapo? Have you understood there? When you use for adjectives, nouns and numbers, we use or moi for singular and wa for plural. Mtoto mdogo, a small kid. Watoto wadogo, small kids. Mtoto mmoja, one kid. Watoto watatu, 3 kids. 3 kids. Mnaelewa? Are you understanding? So that is for adjectives, nouns and numbers. So when you are writing sentences, the prefix for sentences should be a in singular and wa in plural. Prefix for sentences should be a in singular and wa in plural. Let's see. Ndiyo, Dan ameelewa. Dan ameelewa na natumai pia nyinyi wengine mmeelewa. Dan has understood and I hope even all of you have understood. I hope. So we were saying about the sentences. We use a singular and wa plural. For example, mtoto anakula. Mtoto anakula. A child or a kid is eating. We have used a prefix. So when we try not conjugating but removing the parts of the word of the phrase anakula, a will be the prefix for the our noun class. Na is for the present tense. Then kula is the verb to eat. A, the prefix for our, singular, in a sentence. Na is for the time, the present tense, time. And kula is the verb to eat. Mtoto anakula. Plural, watoto wanakula. Watoto wanakula. Remember, we have said when you use adjectives, numbers, and the nouns, it should begin with m for singular, m or moi, and plural, wa. M, wa. And when it's for sentences, for singular, the sentence should start with a, singular, and plural should be wa. Mtoto anakula, watoto wanakula. Yes, mtoto mmoja mdogo anakula. Very correct. Mtoto mmoja mdogo anakula. One small child is eating. I'm very happy you are understanding. Nimefurahi sana mnaelewa. Nimefurahi sana mnaelewa. Mtoto mmoja mdogo anakula. Na tafadhali mkumbuke mwisho wa somo hili tutakuwa na zoezi. And please remember, at the end of this lesson we will have a quiz. Oh, there doesn't work in here to make a sentence bold. yeah, it doesn't. YouTube is another thing. I think they are doing it like that to make it formal. I don't know, but YouTube is just strict. Sawa, wacha tuendelee. Kama kuna mtu ana swali, tafadhali uliza. If there is anyone who has a question, please ask. And I have some things that I want to give you to note. You should note some things from our noun class. The first thing is about the Mungu and Mtume. They are the two irregular nouns in our noun class. Why? Because the singular, their singular and their plural does not conform with the rules of the hour. Like the way they say the verb, when a verb begins with m, in singular the plural should be wa. Okay, but for the sentences it conforms. It begins with wa, singular, and it begins with a, singular, and wa in plural. But for the adjectives, nouns, and numbers, it does not. So you will say Mungu. Mungu is God. Mungu is God, and then miungu is gods. Miungu is gods. Gods. Mungu is God, miungu is gods. So as you can see, the plural is a bit different. It does not conform with the our rules. Mungu, miungu. God, gods. God, gods. Another one. Mtume, mitume. A prophet, prophets. Mtume, mitume. A prophet, prophets. Another thing I need to add on these two irregular nouns, I have said their plural and singular does not conform with the our rules for forming for forming an our noun. But when you come to the adjectives, and nouns, they conform only for the plural and singular. For example, you will say Mungu mmoja, Mungu mmoja. So it will conform. Let's use the word Mtume so that we can respect God. Let's not use God just like that in a sentence. Let's use Mtume, prophet. So Mtume mmoja, one prophet. Plural, mitume wawili, because mtume, a prophet, is a living thing. They breathe. They are living things. So it does not conform only in making the singular and the plural, but with all the other things it conforms. Mtume amewasili. A prophet has arrived. Mitume wamewasili. Prophets have arrived. Mitume wamewasili. So it uses the a and the wa. It conforms with the our noun class, but it does not conform in the our noun class only in the singular and plural, because you have Mungu, miungu, and mitume, not mitume watume, no, and not Mungu wa Mungu, no. So that's where it is irregular, but in all the other parts it takes the our noun class. Another thing I needed to add in the our noun class was, please note this, there are some adjectives when attached with the our prefixes, they form their own nouns. I mean, they form their own nouns. For example, the adjective kuu. Kuu means an old thing. Kuu means an old or an ancient. An old or an ancient thing. It is an adjective that is, a stem of an adjective that it is written with a dash for the prefix. So it is written kuu. Kuu. For example, the word kuu. When you call someone, when you prefix it with the mkuu to become the word mkuu, it becomes a noun on itself. Mkuu is someone great or someone who is elder than you. It is a word for respect that it is used here in Kenya and in Tanzania too. When you call someone mkuu, you are respecting them. Either an elder or someone who is at a higher rank than you can call them mkuu. Or someone you want to give your respect to, you can call them mkuu. Mmeelewa maana ya neno mkuu? So the plural of the word mkuu will be, the plural of the noun mkuu will be wakuu. From adjective direct to a noun by prefixing the prefix m. And what will be its plural? Wakuu. Mkuu, wakuu. So it will conform with the our rules. Mkuu amewasili. A great person or an elder has arrived. Wakuu wamewasili. Great people or elders have arrived. Another one you have ze. Z and double E. Ze. Ze is something that is used to mean old. An adjective that means old. Ze. When you prefix the word it will become mzee. And what is mzee? Mzee is a noun used to show respect for someone who is elder than you, or maybe a village elder. A village elder will be called mzee. And some people, not some people, many people use that word, many wives use that word to call their husbands. Like someone will, like someone who is married, a woman, will, when talking about their husband, will come and say Mzee wangu, Mzee wangu. So they respect their husbands by calling them Mzee, not just mentioning their name. For example, when the name of the husband is John and you are talking about your husband who is John with another person, you won't just go and talk to another person saying John has done this, John has done that. No, it is not good to be heard like that when you are speaking in Swahili or in the Swahili culture. Use the word Mzee. Mzee amefanya kitu. My husband has done something. Mzee amekuja. My husband has arrived. Or Mzee is used to give respect to the husband. When you say Mzee, Mzee can mean a husband or a village elder, someone who is elder. It is different from mkuu is a great person, or an elder who is knowledgeable. It is different from Mzee. Okay, so we have said Mzee, it is used by wives to call their husbands, or Mzee is an elder, a village elder, most especially a village elder. So natumai mmeelewa. Another one is the word dogo. Dogo means small, but when prefixed with to make it mdogo, it means someone, you are calling someone. Maybe let me give you an instance. When you want to call someone who is younger than you, only Mzee is only for males. You can't call that to a woman. You can call them mkuu, but Mzee is only used for men. Mzee is only used for men. Mzee is only for men. When you want to respect a woman or to put them in high regard, you can call them mkuu, but don't use Mzee. It is not appropriate for women. Another thing, I was talking about the adjective dogo. Dogo, when you prefix it with it will be mdogo. Mdogo is a noun, a living thing, a noun naming a living thing. Okay, thank you so much. You have got it, Daniel. That is very good. For example, if you want to call someone who is smaller than you, maybe with age or maybe size, they are smaller than you, you can call them mdogo wangu, instead of just like sometimes I hear people, how do they say this, wakipiga mbinja, when they do like that, wakipiga mbinja. It is not good to call someone that way. When they whistle, kupiga mbinja. It is not good to call someone that way. So if you don't know the name, call them mdogo wangu. If they are smaller in size or in age, to whistle. If they are, thank you so much, Daniel. If they are smaller in size or in age, call them mdogo wangu. Okay? It does not have direct translation with English. It might come out as bad, but when you use it in Swahili, it is very respectful. And when you call someone that way, they can't ignore you. like comparing it to whistling, whistling and calling someone like that, calling someone as if they are dogs. Don't call people like that. Even dogs needs their respect. So mdogo wangu, and if someone is bigger in size or in age than you, you call them mkubwa wangu, mkubwa wangu. You use mdogo if someone is smaller in age or smaller in size than you. You use mdogo wangu. But if they are bigger in size or in age than you, you say mkubwa wangu. For instance, you can find someone who approaches you and tells you mkubwa wangu hujambo. So they just want to greet you, but they want to offer the respect first, because maybe you don't know each other. You didn't know each other before. So they are meeting you for the first time and they want to offer their respect first before they can greet you. Instead of just telling someone hujambo, go and tell them mkubwa wangu hujambo or mdogo wangu hujambo. Or you can just go and tell someone mkuu hujambo, shikamo. You see, someone will feel respected before you start talking to them. So those words are very important. Let me see if there is another one. We have mkubwa. Mkubwa, let me write them. We have mkubwa, mdogo, mzee, mkuu. Mkubwa, mkuu, mdogo, mzee. Mdogo wangu, wadogo wangu. Mdogo wangu, wadogo wangu. Wadogo wangu, it's when they are many. They conform to the our noun class. They conform to the our noun class, okay? But when they are written alone, like when you say mdogo, it's different. Where it's different from when you say mtoto mdogo. Mtoto mdogo means a small child, but when you call someone mdogo wangu, it means it is offering respect to them, whether they are small or big. Yeah, it will translate to as big guy. Yeah, that's why I said when you translate it in English, it might come badly off. But in Swahili, it is considered very respectful. When you call someone mkubwa wangu or mdogo wangu, instead of calling them dada yangu or kaka yangu, because you don't know them. Dada and kaka are very private names for sister and brother. Some people do not want to be called dada or kaka by someone they don't know. So it is better when you use mdogo, mkuu or mkubwa. And to use mzee, mzee is not that good for you to use it if you are not that close with that person. So if you are new with that person, you are just strangers, call them mdogo, mkubwa or mkuu. Call them those three nouns. Don't use dada. Like I see most of the people, like even me, sometimes I get offended. For example, I just say the truth. I get offended, for example, when you are just meeting someone and they are calling you dada yangu. Yes, it is respectful, it is okay, but I feel insulted. I don't feel okay being called like that. And many people don't feel okay. Just call them mdogo, mkubwa or mkuu. Don't go and call someone dada yangu or kaka yangu and you are just meeting for the first time. But if you know that person, you can call them all those names. As long as you know them, it is okay. But if you don't know them, please take caution. Take caution, because you might think you are being respectful, but you are not. So that is the danger of being respectful. You might think you are being respectful, but you are not. Unaweza dhani unatoa heshima yako, kumbe si hivyo. Unaweza dhani unatoa heshima yako, kumbe si hivyo. You might think you are giving your respect, but you are not. Use the words I have said. I have said mkubwa, mdogo, mkuu. Those for the people that you don't know, you are strangers. And you can use mzee. Mzee is not, you should not use mzee that oftenly. Or yes, another thing that annoys most of the people, this one, mpendwa and mpenzi. Mpendwa is very casual, not very, it is very friendly. Mpendwa is very okay. You can use it with anyone. Anyone, either a stranger or someone you know or anyone. You can use mpendwa. But mpenzi, mpenzi means a lover. You cannot call anyone mpenzi. You cannot just meet anyone and call them mpenzi. For instance, like the same way as it goes in English, you can't meet someone and you are telling them, hey my lover. That will not be appropriate. Mpenzi is direct translation for a lover. Mpendwa is a beloved. And in Swahili you can use that word with anyone. Mpendwa, beloved. But mpenzi, use it only with your lover or your kids. Or your kids. Don't use it with someone else. Calling people mpenzi. No. Call them mpendwa, but not mpenzi. Thank you, Daniel, for giving us these words. Mpenzi, mpendwa. So, let's put them in brackets. You can use mpendwa, mdogo, mkubwa, or mkuu with anyone. Mpenzi, use it only with your lover or your kids. You can call your kids mpenzi or kipenzi. Mpenzi or kipenzi. But you can't go and just call anyone mpenzi or kipenzi. It is not appropriate. People will feel like you are trying to flatter them. You are flattering, something like that. You are trying to flatter them. Yes, habari za jioni mpendwa. Good evening dear. Don't go and tell people habari za jioni mpenzi. No. You might make someone get frustrated thinking that you are trying to be respectful, but you are not. You are not. That is not respectful. Please ask any questions that you have. Ulizeni maswali yoyote mlionayo kabla hatujaendelea, before we continue. We are left with I-ZI and UI noun class. Before I add the other small, the yaya, uya, UI. So tafadhalini ulizeni kabla hatujaendelea. Please ask before you continue. Please ask. Kama hakuna swali, wacha tuendelee. If there is no question, let's continue. Natumai mnaelewa. I hope you are understanding. Noun classes are very important parts of the Kiswahili. No, ngeli ni vitu muhimu sana katika Kiswahili. Ukijua ngeli, ushakijua Kiswahili chote. Ukijua ngeli, ushakijua Kiswahili chote. If you know a noun class, if you know noun classes, you already know the whole Swahili. So make sure you are attentive and you ask questions na uulize maswali. Acha tuendelee na ngeli ya I-ZI, which is sometimes called n, N. So what does it have? It has non-living things. As I said, living things are only in the our noun class. Only our noun class. I-ZI has non-living things without, sorry for the wrong spelling of things. I have written things instead of things. There are 5 minutes of tours. I need to leave at 5 p.m. Maybe it will be a good idea to continue this same lesson in the next slide. Yeah, maybe, because I am left with 2 more noun classes and they are broad. And after those noun classes, I need to add the 4 that I said they are sub-noun classes in the Swahili noun class, which is uya, yaya, I-ZI, and is uya, uzi, yaya, and ii. So maybe I should start giving you the quiz, and we will continue with this lesson the next slide so that I will explain them fully, because these other 2 noun classes are very broad before I can get to the other 4. So is it okay with everyone? Thank you so much, Dan, for the suggestion. So please, everyone, tell us if it is correct, if it is okay with you. I mean, there's still a lot to cover. How long will it be? Yeah, it will be like another 1 hour. It will be like another 1 hour, because these 2 noun classes that I have, I-ZI and are very huge, and I need to add all. I also need to add the 4, which are uya, uzi, yaya, and ii. I need to add them because they are sub noun classes of the Swahili noun class, but you need to know them. You need to know all of them. So natumai mmeelewa kile ambacho tumejifunza. I hope you have understood what we have learned. Thank you so much for the suggestions. So my question was on using numbers and adjectives. Using numbers and adjectives. So I had adjectives. Where are they? I had the adjectives dogo. So I want you to use this adjective, to use a noun and an adjective to form a phrase. Tunafaa kuendelea. Ndiyo, tutaendelea Jumatatu. Wacha kwanza tumalize maswali yetu. Tufanye zoezi letu. So I had the adjective dogo, zuri, refu, and fupi. Dogo, zuri, refu, and fupi. I had adjectives for dogo, zuri, refu, and fupi. Then for numbers, I had moja and mbili. What is their meaning? The meaning for dogo is small, zuri is nice, refu long, fupi short, moja 1, mbili 2. So I wanted you to make a phrase with the nouns that we have covered. You make a phrase, a noun and the adjective, putting their appropriate prefixes. For example, if I use the our noun class, I would say mwanafunzi is a student. Mwanafunzi mzuri, a nice student. A nice student. Mwanafunzi mzuri. You can write either in plural or in singular alone. Mwanafunzi mzuri. So you can also make your own phrase from the noun classes that we have done. We have done the hour, we have done KI-VI, we have done UI and LIA. We have done 4 noun classes, remaining 2 which we will complete on Monday. You can make a sentence. Mwanafunzi mzuri, a nice student. Wanafunzi wazuri, nice students. Mwanafunzi mdogo, a small student. Wanafunzi wadogo, small students. Mwanafunzi mrefu, mwanafunzi mrefu, a tall student. Wanafunzi warefu, tall students. Tall students. Mwanafunzi mfupi, a short student. Mwanafunzi mfupi, a short student. Wanafunzi wafupi, short students. Wanafunzi wafupi, short students. Another one I had mwanafunzi mmoja. Mwanafunzi mmoja, one student. Mwanafunzi mmoja, one students. One student. Wanafunzi wawili. Wanafunzi wawili, two students. Two students. Wanafunzi wawili, two students. So you can make your own sentences. Let me make another sentence using KI-VI. Let me use kiti. So kiti is a chair, a KI-VI noun class. Kiti kidogo. Kiti kidogo, a small chair, a small chair. Kiti kidogo, a small chair. Kiti kidogo, a small chair. Viti vidogo, small chairs. Viti vidogo, small chairs. Kiti kizuri, kiti kizuri, a nice chair. Viti vizuri, nice chairs. Kiti kirefu, kiti kirefu, a long chair. Viti virefu, long chairs. You can comment your phrases that you have made. You can comment the phrases that you have made before we bid each other goodbye, and we meet on another live on Monday as we continue discussing the I-ZI noun class and the UU noun class, plus the other 4 sub-noun classes in Kiswahili. The other 4 sub-noun classes in Swahili. And please come prepared on Monday. Tafadhali kujeni kama mmejiandaa siku ya Jumatatu. Tafadhali kujeni kama mmejiandaa siku ya Jumatatu, because kwa sababu we will be having a broad class. Tutakuwa na somo kubwa. Tutakuwa na somo kubwa. Because these 2 noun classes, for instance, the I-ZI noun class and the UU, kwa mfano hizi ngeli mbili, ngeli ya I-ZI na ngeli ya UU ni kubwa sana. Ni kubwa sana. They are huge. They have a lot of things that you need to note. They have a lot of things that you need to note. Ina vitu vingi ambavyo unafaa kuchukulia maanani. Ina vitu vingi ambavyo inafaa uchukulie maanani. They have a lot of things that you need to note. Sasa mjiandae tutakapofika Jumatatu. So prepare yourself when we will reach on Monday. Prepare yourself. Kitu chengine ambacho nilikuwa nataka kusema, another thing I wanted to say is about the videos on the description box in this video. video ambazo ziko kwenye description ya hii video ambayo tunaona saa hii. Those videos might help you because we have a video for the noun class playlist. You can go through the noun classes that you have gone through and see if the way you have understood this one is the way you would have understood those noun classes before this explanation, or you can go through them just to clarify, kuweka mambo bayana, to put things clear, kuweka mambo bayana, au kuweka mambo wazi, to put things clear. Just go through them to put things clear. You can check those nouns. And I had a suggestion, nilikuwa na pendekezo, siku za weekendi, on weekends, siku za weekendi tukuwe tunakutana kwenye Discord. On weekends we be meeting on Discord and read a small Swahili comprehension. Na tusome ufahamu mdogo wa Kiswahili. Na tusome ufahamu mdogo wa Kiswahili. Nilikuwa na pendekezo kila wikendi tukuwe tukikutana kwenye Discord na tusome ufahamu mdogo kwa Kiswahili. I had a suggestion, on every weekend we meet on Discord and read a small comprehension in Swahili. That one will help you in your pronunciation skills and your hearing skills, how you hear and how you talk. So I hope I will put a message on our WhatsApp groups. Nitaweka message kwenye vikundi vyetu vyenye WhatsApp. Nitaweka hilo tangazo ili muweze kulisoma na kulifuatilia, so that you can read and follow up. Okay? Na natumai hiyo itawasaidia, and I hope that will help you. So when we finish this one, or when you have a free time, when you have some free time, you can practice the things that you have said using zuri, dogo, mbili and so on with the noun classes that you have formed. You can practice, okay? On your own, you can just practice on your own, because when you know noun classes in Swahili, you know Kiswahili. Kiswahili is all about noun classes. And if you still don't understand, you can still come back to this video, and if you don't understand, just ask me. I'm on WhatsApp, unaweza niuliza. Pia unaweza niuliza kwenye kundi la Facebook. You can also ask me on the Facebook group, or on WhatsApp, or on Discord. We have a lot of platforms where we can meet or where we can talk. So kwaherini, tukutane Jumatatu. Asanteni sana na Mola awabariki. Goodbye. Let's meet on Monday. Thank you so much guys, and may God bless you. Asanteni sana, kwaherini, Mungu awabariki, tuonane Jumatatu. Thank you so much guys. May God bless you, and let's meet on Monday, so that ndio tuendelee na ngeli zilizobaki, so that we can continue with the remaining noun classes. Tuonane Jumatatu. Kwaherini, asanteni sana. Sijui jinsi ya kuwashukuru. Thank you so much. I don't know how I will thank you, or how to thank you. I'm very grateful because you have attended this live. Na washukuru sana kwa kuwa mmejiunga kwenye live hii, na najua kuna vitu ambavyo mmesoma, and I know there is something that you have learned, and sijakuja hapa bure tu kuna watu ambao wamejifunza kutoka kwangu. Na sijakuja hapa bure bure tu, kuna watu ambao wamejifunza kutoka kwangu. And I have not come here for nothing. There are people who have learned from me. So I am very grateful. Nashukuru sana. Mola awabariki. May God bless you. Kwaherini, tuonane Jumatatu. Weekend njema, nice weekend.